Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. And today is Saturday, November 30th, 2024, and I'm on my way to the flea market. It's the weekend after Thanksgiving. Not sure what it's... I'm hoping it increases the amount of customers we have. On the other hand, there's this huge Ohio State game. It gets to play in Michigan. It's a big deal around here. So, who knows? The football games do affect business. Can't wait till football season's over. Anyways, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. We had just a small gathering, but we really had a good time. It was fun. It's very strange, the weather here. I'm sure many of you heard, if you don't live in Michigan, Ohio, or New York, about the big storm. So they kept telling us it was going to start snowing, and then when we woke up Friday morning, we would have I think it started 6 to 14 inches, then they changed it 6 to 18 inches, then 6 to 22, and it just kept going up from 22. But, it was flurrying, but we never got snow. And I live in the snow belt. Where we're driving through now is called the snow belt. Usually we get hit. And what happens normally is when the snow flies over the lake, it doesn't hit the ground until it gets to the high country, like the high land, which is where this is. Because by the lake, it's much lower and it's flat. So it kind of goes over that. Well, last week's storm and this week's storm has been the opposite. They're getting all the snow, and although they say we're going to get snow here, we don't get it. We haven't been getting it. So it's been weird, but I'm anxious to see what it looks like when I get to the flea market, because the flea market is in a town along the lake. So I don't know, it'll be interesting. So far, we just have this little powdery stuff here and there. I like Thanksgiving. Anything that is not crazy. I feel Christmas is a crazy holiday. Very chaotic and stressful. Although, when as I got older, I kind of tried to get it more under control. And like we were talking the other night, we have to do either a Secret Santa or, just one present apiece, and that's it. But we would have to get our son under control for that because he has trouble doing that. I keep telling him one's enough, but, to do the white elephant, Mom, being a flea market vendor, I have access to very unique and cool items. And so I already got the two of them something. So I said, well, we can't do that because I got you and Christian yours already. So he's like, oh, okay. But, I'm trying to simplify it. I just need things simple and quiet. But I guess what really, really disappoints me the most is how my family has shrunk. It's it used to, Freddie would have 5 or more kids. Remember my aunt and uncle, they had 5 kids. My mom had 4. And my dad's side, it's still a big family. It doesn't seem to have changed as much, but they're out of town. We live at least 2 hours apart. But my mom's side of the family has really shrunk. And it's with our kids, none of them have had kids yet. My niece does have a stepson who I just adore. I adore my great nephew. He's a cutie. But none of our kids have had kids yet. My son and daughter aren't talking about it. They are talking about it, but it's going to be a few years yet. But what I would like to see is my family grow again. But I know when that happens, I won't be here to experience it physically. I will be able to see it, but I won't be in physical form, so it'll be different, but I would just love for that to happen again, because it is fun having a big family. Yes, you have your aggravations, you know how it goes, but it's worth it. And I just feel bad because they found so many ways to dissolve the family, I'm going to say. Economically. And they talked for so long about overpopulation. And, lately I have not been able to figure that one out. I would think about it and think about it. Now what I suspected I'm finding out is the truth, but sorry, I had to open the window a little bit. The overpopulation thing, well, until last year, I think it was, or the year before, they were still preaching that. And I'm going, wait a minute. We had the baby boom after World War II. The last year of the baby boom is 1964, which is the year I was born in. So if for the past 60 years, the birth rate has been shrinking, how are we still having this problem? And then after that, I started to hear that we are having a population problem in that it's shrinking, at least in the United States, shrinking too much. So, needless to say, they did it that way, but economically, I hear my son and daughter-in-law and the other young adults worried about how they're going to raise a family. How do you raise a kid in this economy? And you can't blame them. You cannot blame them for worrying about that. Things have to change to build our families back up. And family is so important. So important. And it needs to be built back up. And trying to talk people into breaking ties with their family, I hear a lot of that lately, over anything really, even stupid shit or whatever. You shouldn't be trying to brainwash people into breaking ties with their family. Okay, in an extreme situation, like severe abuse, then I would say yeah. But for the most part, especially, I've been hearing political, well, that's stupid. It's a really stupid reason to break a relationship with family or friends or anybody. I just don't get that one. Politics isn't worth it. So I think that's the first step we need to take, is stop trying to talk each other into breaking ties with their families. So, what I learned over my lifetime, like about cults, they keep you separate. They'll separate you from your family. And we're your family now, or you don't need them, or they're toxic to you, whatever. And they'll say shit like that so they can brainwash you. So, is this world a cult? Is society a cult? Is the government a cult? Is the deep state, etc.? Because they do. They try very hard to destroy the family and, make people think what they want. So I do question these things, but I would really, really, really love to see families become the center again, because it all starts with the family, and then it goes to your immediate community. And I think we have to get back to realizing that, because nobody knows their neighbors anymore. You should. If there's an emergency, well, you got to work together as a community. And charity starts at home with the family, and then your community, and it reaches out from there. So, I don't know, I just like to see that happen. And I think a lot of people are feeling that way. And since they are, I believe it will happen. Of course, not in my lifetime because, well, I'm 60 and it's going to take a couple generations. So, anyways, isn't this beautiful? Oh, here's all the snow. Yep. Get near to the lake and oop, here's the snow. You know, this is not the snow belt. I live in the snow belt. Look at that beautiful river. That's the Chagrin River. I live in the snow belt. We've been lucking out. We're usually the ones that don't luck out. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. So, yeah, it doesn't look like they didn't get anywhere as much as we were told. But it's much more than what we got. So anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one. The closer I got to Lake Erie, the more snow there was. I turned down the road to get here to the fairgrounds, and that's when it got really bad. I mean, not that the weather's still bad, but, like, they didn't plow the lot. That road's in bad condition. But, yep, it's fun.